Hello, everyone, and welcome to Everyday English with Johnny. I'm your host, Johnny, and I'm so excited to be here today to help you take your English speaking skills to the next level.
And I'm Rose, your co-host. Today, we're tackling a topic that so many English learners struggle with, activating your passive vocabulary. Have you ever recognized a word when you hear it or read it, but when it's time to speak, it just disappears?
Oh, Rose, I know that feeling. It's like the words are hiding in your brain, refusing to come out. But don't worry, listeners. Today, we're sharing practical, fun, and easy strategies to turn those sleeping words into active vocabulary you can use in real conversations.
That's right, Johnny. We'll walk you through how to identify those hidden words, activate them with proven techniques, and keep practicing so you can speak English fluently and confidently. Ready to unlock your speaking superpower, Johnny?
Absolutely, Rose. Let's dive in and help our listeners start speaking English now.
Okay, Johnny, let's start with the problem. What exactly is passive vocabulary, and why is it such a big deal for English learners?
Great question, Rose. Passive vocabulary is all the words you recognize when you hear them or see them, like in a movie, a book, or a conversation, but you struggle to use them when you speak. It's like they're stuck in your brain.
So true. I've had moments where I'm like, I know this word, but why can't I say it? Why does this happen?
It's super common, Rose, and it's not your fault. When you read or listen, your brain stores words passively. But speaking requires active recall, pulling those words out under pressure. That's the gap we're going to bridge today.
I love that. It's like unlocking a hidden superpower. Imagine being able to use all those words you already know to make your conversations richer and more confident.
Exactly. Today, we're sharing strategies to make that happen. We'll cover how to find those sleeping words, activate them, and practice them until they're second nature. Let's get started with the first step.
All right, Johnny. How do we figure out which words are in our passive vocabulary? I don't even know where to start.
It's easier than you think, Rose. One simple technique is to keep a notebook while you're reading or listening to English. Write down any word you recognize but don't use when you speak. Those are your sleepers.
Oh, I like that. So if I'm watching a show and hear the word persuade, and I know it means to convince someone, but I never say it myself, that's a sleeper?
Exactly! Here's a phrase to practice. I recognize the word persuade, but I don't use it when I speak. Try saying that when you spot a sleeper word.
That's so smart. What else can we do to find these words?
Another tip is to reflect on your listening and reading habits. For example, when you read an article or listen to a podcast, notice words that feel familiar but don't come to mind when you're talking. You can say, I know this word, but I need to practice using it.
I love how simple this is. What about a quick exercise we can do right now to find these words?
Great idea. Try this micro exercise. Think of a topic, like work or travel. Write down 5 words you know about that topic, but don't use when you speak. For example, for work, I might write deadline, collaborate, or priority.
Let's try it. For travel, I know words like itinerary, destination, and explore, but I rarely say them. Listeners, pause the video now and try this exercise. Write down 5 words and say, these are my sleeper words.
Perfect, Rose. Once you've identified those sleepers, you're ready to activate them. Let's move on to the next step.
Okay, Johnny, we've found our sleeper words. Now, how do we actually start using them in conversations?
This is where the magic happens, Rose. We're going to use something called the active recall loop. It's a method to train your brain to retrieve words when you need them, just like in a real conversation.
That sounds powerful. How does it work?
It's simple but effective. Pick one of your sleeper words, like persuade, close your eyes, and try to recall it without looking. Then make a sentence with it, like, I want to persuade my boss to give me a day off. Repeat this process daily with different words.
I love that. It's like a workout for your brain. What's another way to make these words stick?
Context is king, Rose. To make a word active, put it in a personal sentence that means something to you. For example, instead of just learning itinerary, say, my travel itinerary includes Paris and Rome. It's memorable because it's about you.
That's so smart. I'm going to try that with destination. Like, my dream destination is Japan. What else can we do?
Use the power of association. Link your sleeper word to something you already know. For example, connect persuade to a time you convinced a friend to try a new restaurant. Say, I persuaded my friend to eat sushi last week. This creates a stronger connection in your brain.
These tips are game changers. Let's practice a sentence with a sleeper word. Repeat after me, Johnny. My dream destination is Japan.
My dream destination is Japan. Easy.
You're a natural. Listeners, pick one of your sleeper words and make a personal sentence. Say it out loud 3 times to lock it in.
One more tip for this section. Use flashcards. Write your sleeper word on one side and a sentence on the other. Test yourself daily to build that active recall muscle.
Love that idea. Okay, let's talk about how to practice these words so they become permanent. Johnny, I'm starting to feel confident about activating my words, but how do I practice them so they stick forever?
Practice is key, Rose. One fun way is the sentence sprint challenge. Pick 5 sleeper words and set a timer for 1 minute. Try to make as many sentences as you can with those words. For example, with collaborate, you might say, I collaborate with my team every day, and we collaborated on a big project last month.
That sounds like a game. I'm trying it with explore. Like, I want to explore new cities, and exploring nature is my favorite hobby. Listeners, try the sentence sprint with your words.
Awesome, Rose! Another great practice is role-play scenarios. Pretend you're in a real-life situation, like ordering food or giving a work presentation. Use your sleeper words in the conversation. For example, in a work scenario, say, my priority is to finish this task by Friday.
I love role-playing. It's like acting, but for learning English. What's a good scenario to try?
Try this. Imagine you're at a job interview. Use words like achieve, contribute, or innovate. Say, I want to contribute to the company's success. Practice with a friend or even by yourself.
That's so practical. What about getting feedback? How does that help?
Feedback is huge, Rose. Record yourself speaking or practice with a teacher or friend. Ask them, did I use this word correctly? Or, how can I sound more natural? For example, if you say, I persuade my team, they might suggest, I persuaded my team to try a new idea.
I'm definitely going to record myself. Let's practice a role play phrase. Repeat after me. My priority is to finish this task by Friday.
My priority is to finish this task by Friday. Done.
Perfect. Listeners, try role-playing with a friend or record yourself using your sleeper words. It's a fun way to practice.
One more tip. Make it fun. Turn practice into a game. For example, challenge yourself to use 3 sleeper words in a conversation today. Reward yourself with a treat if you succeed.
Love that. Practice doesn't have to be boring. Let's move on to keeping the momentum going.
All right, Rose, we've activated our words and practiced them. How do we make sure we keep improving and don't fall back into passive mode?
That's the challenge, right? I think building a daily habit is key. What's a simple routine we can follow?
Absolutely. Create an active usage habit. Every morning, pick one sleeper word and use it in 3 sentences. For example, with achieve, say, I want to achieve my goals. I achieved a big win at work. And achieving fluency is my dream. Do this daily and it becomes second nature.
That's so doable. What about using technology to help?
Great question. AI tools are amazing for this. Apps like chatbots or language learning platforms can act as your speaking partner. You can say, help me practice the word innovate, and the AI will give you prompts like, tell me how you innovate at work.
I didn't think of that. AI is like having a teacher available 24/7. Any specific apps you recommend?
There are tons out there, like Duolingo or Grammarly for writing practice. You can also use voice-to-text apps to check your pronunciation. Just say, I'm practicing the word destination, and see if the app understands you.
That's so cool. What about the mindset? Sometimes I get frustrated when I make mistakes.
That's a big one, Rose. Embrace mistakes as part of learning. Every time you use a word wrong, say, great, I learned something. Celebrate small wins, like using a new word in a conversation. You can even say, I used persuade today, and it felt awesome.
I love that positive mindset. Let's practice a celebratory phrase. Repeat after me. I used a new word today, and it felt awesome.
I used the new word today, and it felt awesome. Woo!
Haha, you're killing it. Listeners, build that daily habit, use AI tools, and stay positive. Your fluency will keep growing.
One more tip. Join an English-speaking community. Online forums or conversation clubs let you practice your words with real people. Say, I'm practicing my vocabulary. Can we talk about travel? It's a great way to keep the momentum going.
Wow, Johnny, we covered so much today. From finding sleeper words to activating them and building habits, our listeners are ready to speak English with confidence.
Absolutely. If you loved this episode, please subscribe to Everyday English with Johnny on YouTube. Hit that bell icon so you never miss a video packed with practical English tips.
We want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell us, what's one sleeper word you're going to activate this week? Or share a sentence you made with it. We'd love to see your progress.
And check out our other videos on Everyday English with Johnny for more ways to improve your English for work, travel, and daily life. We've got tons of tips to make learning fun and easy.
You can also follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Everyday English with Johnny for daily English challenges and extra practice.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. Keep practicing, stay confident, and start speaking English now. We'll see you in the next episode.
Bye for now. Go unlock that passive vocabulary and shine in your conversations.